Hey YouTube, so I am home first of all, but I'm going out into my yard with some scissors and I'm gonna find some pine cones and get some evergreen leafy things for my Yule ritual, which is gonna happen in roughly 12 hours. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and I figured I'd just take you out with me while I was walking around my yard trying to decide exactly what I want for my ritual. But I'm definitely, like right now, I'm heading over to those trees because they're pine trees, which means there's pine cones under them still because we don't pick them all up over there when we cut the grass. The rest of the yard, they kind of get picked up or run over by the lawnmower. But over here it doesn't happen as often, so there's definitely still some solid pine cones over here, like this one. So yeah, I'm over here trying to do that. I'm gonna get some probably pieces of this tree, and there are turkeys back there. You probably can't see them, but there are turkeys back there, like lots of them. And they hear me talking and they're afraid. But so yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Hey, you can see how rural my area I live in is now. But I'm gonna do that, and hopefully my ritual goes well. I have decided that I am gonna take some pictures, and I might talk a little bit about it afterwards or before, depending on when I have time. So you will get to hear a little bit about my Yule ritual, and so that's all for now. The next thing you see will probably be pictures, so enjoy. So before the pictures, I wanted to introduce you to my dog, Shadow, because she won't stop barking. She's over there. But anyway, and also, this is one of our cats. Hey, Joe. Say hi, Joe. Say hi, Joe. Hey. Yeah. Say hi, Joe. He's so cute. I love him. He's really big, though. He's like the biggest cat we've got, but he's just a fluff ball. Come on, Joe. Come in the house. Yeah, so, look at him. Look at him. Anyway, I'm about to go back inside. I got some pine cones and things, and I'm gonna put them together into like a little wreath, a really, really sparse leaf, but a wreath, nonetheless. And I'll take a picture of it. So now the pictures. Anyways, I know that it's a couple of days after Yule now, and I still haven't uploaded this video. But anyway, I'm working on it now, so at least that's good. Just little. His name is Grayson. Ooh, I know that was probably loud. His name is Grayson, and he is so sleepy. But anyway, I am really sorry for the delay of uploading this video and finishing this video. Anyway, a lot happened. My Yule was great. I am kind of sad that I didn't get as many pictures as I wanted to get, but oh well. You guys saw the ones that you just saw, and I guess I can kind of tell you what I did. I did a ritual that was really meaningful to me for a change. Last Yule, I did a ritual, but I didn't start actually planning the ritual until midway through the day of Yule, and that's just because I'd been so busy prior to that that I almost just missed it. Like, I don't, or maybe I've just developed through being in college and having to manage my own time a habit of planning ahead of time. So I actually wrote my ritual down days in advance, and I knew what I wanted to do, and I got all my supplies in time, and I actually did what I wanted to do to the extent that I wanted to do it, so it wasn't half done or rushed or anything like that, and it was really nice. I asked my mom to leave me alone while I was doing it, and she actually listened, because normally I have to do my rituals at some ungodly hour of the night or something, because my parents will just knock on my door for no good reason at all, and I'll be like, I was doing something, because I can't not respond, or they just open the door and come in, so then that would be even more distracting, so I just answer. But anyway, that didn't happen this time, because I asked her to leave me alone, and she was just kind of like, oh, okay. But after I did my Yule ritual and had a nice breakfast of a cinnamon bun, I went out and was doing some Christmas shopping for my family. So I was busy pretty much the rest of the day. And then yesterday, which was the day after Yule, I didn't have time to do this video because we were doing more Christmas shopping, and we went to a hoedown. I had a lot of fun though. I've picked up a hobby of doing hooping, so maybe at some point I'll put a video of myself hooping up here, but at the hoedown there was just, in the barn where it was, there was this loft thing that was like kind of above everyone else, but it wasn't like very big, so it was big enough for me to go up there and hoop, and no one else was up there and no one else came up there, so that's what I did. I was kind of up there the entire time doing my little hooping thing, and then we left there and it was kind of late, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do the last of that video when I get back, so I'll just do it tomorrow. And then I was really lazy today, and I kind of put it off and put it off and put it off, and now it's finally getting done. But I also was kind of mad at the weather today, because I was gonna go outside and do an earth walk, which is one of the exercises in the inner temple, by Christopher Finzak. So I was gonna go and do that, and then it rained pretty much all day, and I don't feel like catching a cold for spirituality right now, so I didn't do that. But if it's not raining tomorrow, then I'm gonna do it, because I'm gonna do it. Like, it's gonna happen. Also, on Yule, before I went out and after my ritual, that in between time, I took the book, The Inner Temple, and I flipped through it and looked at the exercises and like the size of, in general, of each lesson, and I broke it down, and I went on my Google Calendar and I literally scheduled pretty much the entire book. Not quite all of it, because some of it's gonna run into summer and fall, and I don't know what my schedule is going to be like in summer and fall, so I couldn't schedule it that far. But I scheduled everything that I can, which is the next semester, and that gets me through a little over half of the book. And when I say scheduled, I mean I took the lessons and the pages, and I like wrote down how many pages I'm going to read in a day, and what days I'm going to do what lessons, and what days I'm going to meditate, because you're supposed to meditate like a certain number of times a week the entire time you're doing the, I guess I'm going to call it a journey. The entire time you're going through the journey that it's led in that book, you're supposed to meditate a specific amount, basically as much as you can, but he recommends at least a certain amount. So I scheduled that in. I scheduled everything around the time I have classes, like when I have free time and when I have work. It's a really complicated process, and it took a long time. But I know that
in the long run, it'll be very, very beneficial to me because I'll be able to look at my calendar for the week, and one practice I want to pick up for the next semester at school is the Sunday, like the Sunday of a week. I want to print out my Google Calendar week view, and then just have that kind of like on my desk so that I can look at it and keep up with things, because I have my Google Calendar, like it pops up on my phone and I can see what I have scheduled for the day, but it's easier for me to wake up in the morning and be like, oh, there's a paper, let me check this thing. And I can also look ahead a lot easier using the paper version. So that's what I plan to do. And by literally scheduling in times to read and times to do exercises and times to meditate, I feel like it'll actually get done a lot more than if I just tell myself on Monday, if I tell myself on Monday afternoon that on Friday afternoon I'm going to meditate, it may not happen. But if I have it scheduled in my calendar that on Friday afternoon I'm going to meditate, more likely it's going to happen. So that is why I did that. And also, he recommends that you create a study plan. And for me, a study plan is a study calendar when you're a college student and you've got stuff to do. The next thing I want to really schedule in is time to make YouTube videos and what YouTube videos I'm going to make when and all of that, because I do have a list of video topics that's slowly growing. So there will be continued YouTube videos. That's not something I'm just going to stop doing. I am planning on, when the semester starts, moving in with my friend Devin. He's also a theater major, and we went to the same high school together. And he has an apartment off campus, not far enough off campus that I can't walk to class. So it's really in a great location, and I'd be paying half of the rent in the 2-bedroom apartment that he lives in. So it would be really inexpensive for me in comparison to living on campus, because on-campus housing is expensive. I'm gonna miss the multicultural dorm that I live in now, but I'm not at the same time. So that's something that's gonna happen, which means I'm gonna have slightly more privacy and more ability to do my spiritual things while I'm at school, because in the dorm I can't burn incense, I can't light candles, I can't do any of that, and I don't really have a lot of storage space or even space that's really mine. So I can't even set up like a bookshelf altar because I don't have the space, and because I'm sharing the space with my roommate, I feel like it'd be kind of offensive if I was just like, hey, this bookshelf, yeah, it's gonna have all my pagan things on it. But my friend Devin knows all about my spirituality, and he would probably be perfectly okay with having a tiny altar set up on a shelf somewhere, or me burning incense. I know he'd be okay with me burning incense because he loves the smell of incense, but that's not the point. So I know that I'll be able to do the spiritual things that I want to do, which was kind of a question for me when I was planning doing it while I was in the dorm. I was like, I'm not going to be able to celebrate half of the Sabbaths the way I want to because I can't burn any candles. So now I'll be able to do that, and I'll be able to do it for such an inexpensive price. Like, I'm excited about that. I really am. But anyway, those are my plans, and this is my Yule video. I know it's about a lot more than Yule, but the beginning part at least is. So anyway, even though it's after Yule, I'm gonna say Merry Yule, and blessed be everyone. Mwah.